Alright guys, this is your channel 70. How are you guys this tonight? Oh, a little less energetic from today. I was kind of exhausted. Just dealing with my friend issue. So she's kind of a little upset. Not about me, about some guy I got. Let's see. But I'm not gonna talk about it. Let's talk about some good advice. What we have to do. Accomplish this. Alright. It's also important. You gotta understand is you gotta leave people alone. You know? Like when someone blocks you, on, man. Move on. You know? It doesn't matter you cry, which is okay if you're in love with someone. If you feel emotional attached to someone who you're interested to, getting to know, and they block you for no shit, you gotta understand this, they lost interest in you. It's not about you, it's about the other person. It's not working out for this person, you know? But it's hard to understand people's perspective. My advice is just move on. Don't waste your time looking for love. Looking for love doesn't work for anyone. Just so you know, I like love too, trust me, you know? I always want to look for love. Nothing happens for me. You got to understand, people, it's important to look for yourself. Look for the right person, looking for the right match. Who wants to be with your life? You guys got to understand is you got to find the right person. When he blocks you or something, you didn't do nothing shit, just move on, move solo. I would suggest you avoid online dating. It doesn't work. It's toxic. Love is hard to find the way out. You just gotta understand this, people, is it's about helping yourself. Lots of good things out here. You know, I found the right place. I found the right place. You know, church is my love. My family is my love. You know, things take time to find the right place to be in. You know, it's about to find the right balance. What works for you? God. Ugh. Stupid dry skin, man. You gotta understand this, guys. When someone blocks you or something, if you're starting to feel a connection with someone on social media, and they block you instantly, that means their connection is faded away. You know? My advice is just move on. I know it's hard, but trust me, I've been through a lot looking for love connections. I'm looking for everything in my lifetime. I just quit. Excuse me. My advice is don't waste your time looking for a girlfriend or a boyfriend or whatever you're doing. But that's your decision. And what's going to be is it's going to be hard. But sorry about the dark room. It's kind of bullshit. The lamp is right there. I would suggest you guys just write in your journal or something to help yourself. Okay? You know, you gotta work on yourself. If someone blocks you for no shit, just move on. Trust me, you gotta move on. Or it's gonna make you feel uneasy, make you feel emotions, make you sad, more depression. Trust me, man, I've been through all this shit before. But I was trying to charge my Fitbit watch too, but I'm just trying to get it charged up. Cold in here though. So I hope you guys are having a good night though. Okay, what's going on with my computer? I know it's not doing anything. There we go. I'll be watching you. My computer is being stubborn today. But you guys, if someone blocks you over what you said, you didn't do nothing wrong. You just feel a connection and it fade away if someone's going to block you, if you know this is going to happen. To prevent this, you just got to be careful. When the time is right, you got to wait until someone's ready. People might not be ready in the relationship. Because think about how long distance it could affect people's ability or be interested in someone who lives so far away. You know, you got to understand is people may not be into you in a relationship who lives so far away. You know, it's also important to respect your instincts or telling you, hey, you live so far away. How you get the girl or how you supposed to drive, you know? You gotta respect yourself, man. You got to respect yourself. You got to listen to your instincts. You know, you're not gonna be able to visit her because you don't drive. Look at me, I'm an epileptic guy. I cannot drive. I drive scooters, electric scooters, and I stay in my town. I don't travel otherwise, and I can't. Alright, that's enough. No questions tonight. There we go. So people, you got to understand is enough with the troll bollocks bullshit. Okay? Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you. But my perspective is just be prepared. If you grow up and you lose your connection and you break up with someone because of how long they live so far away, and it depends on your instincts are telling you, you know? But just understand, long distance friendship will last for a long time. Depends on the person. People may not respond to your messages anymore because they caught up in their own world, busyness, You got to understand this. It's time for you to let them go. Let your friends go. People are not interested in you anymore. Yep. So you gotta understand, people, it's also important to focus on yourself, reflect your thoughts, write it down on a piece of journal, and that way you become a good success man who you are. You gotta understand is you gotta wait till the girl gets to you, let her chase you. But sometimes women don't chase men down, They just want men to approach them. No. No, no, no. I am not wasting my freaking energy on that. I'd just rather be friends first and just see where things go. I'm not going to waste my time asking people out on a date. It's stupid. You just got to wait till your instincts are telling you, hey, you've been friends for a long time. Listen to your words. Listen to your brain. Alright? People are not also subscribing to my YouTube channel anymore, but it's just all good. You got to understand this. You got to let people go. But I'm pretty sure you're there for me, folks. Trust me, you gotta wait till the time is right, man. See if there's anything on the news tonight. My phone has internet, I could use that. This on Virginia's not getting any northern lights. Back in my little last year, I used to put live stream on my friend Emma, but I just quit doing this collaboration with her because I don't want her out there on the internet because I'm just seems stupid. You gotta be respectful of people's boundaries, comfort level. Over time, you keep repeating this again, mistake, and you're gonna overstep the boundary. Like I said, record yourself. Don't let anyone help you. Respect yourself. Let yourself do it. Alright, people. Let's listen to the news for 56 seconds. Bullshit. I hate commercials.
A few clouds pushing through spots in Tennessee tonight, but not expecting any thick cloud cover in our area. We should be looking at clear skies all night. Could see a chance for some northern lights to pop up overhead to the north, but they could be visible on the horizon with a camera. Again, it's not going to look like this locally. It's going to look maybe something like this with your camera. It could be a faint white glow if you're looking with your eyes, not a red glow with your eyes, probably more towards a white glow for the red. The green might show up if it turns out to be a good show. Again, you'll want to have a clear view of the northern horizon. Let your eyes adjust to the lights. So you don't be looking at your phone and then go, and try to see it, because it doesn't work that way. Your eyes have to get used to the dark. So keep that in mind for tonight. I'm thinking the window is midnight to 4 a.m., but we might change that a little bit based on some of the data that starts coming in later tonight from our spacecraft that are orbiting the Earth that observe the sun. So we'll keep you updated on that.
All right, guys. I think it's it, though. There'll be northern lights tonight up north. But I just don't watch YouTube as much on there because I don't want to waste my data. just use it for like looking for stuff, something suspicious, cool. You know, it's also important to be thankful who you have in your life. You know, friendship wise. I compete to let someone go. Okay, friendships don't last long. Like when people don't call you anymore, they want you to call them. No. People also priorities change. You know, like I'm not that stupid, man. But the truth is, people don't want to be bothered all the time, man. People love you, care about you, but let people call you first. My perspective is don't call. If they don't call you, that means they don't like you who you are. Okay? So, I've been through a lot in the past. I know I'm a little intoxicated, but I feel hurt by it when people change. You know, I just ask myself, hey, Michael, you need to leave people go. You need to let people go. And I think it's your time to find some new friends. People might do the same thing to you, beat you in the face by people's priority shift. You know, you gotta understand is your brain's telling you be careful around people who are busy all the time. But just be really extra careful in what you're doing. Because you never know, people's priorities might change over time. You know? I hope I'll see the Northern Lights tonight, though. But the sun keeps releasing all the energy. It's going to affect GPS, radio, signals, national power grids, infrastructure, GPS, satellites, TVs, everything. It's kind of crazy, man. Everything we rely on, technology might fail one day, you know? But we don't have to worry about that right this second. Worry about ourselves. Taking care of ourselves is an important priority. You gotta understand this. The sun has a strong magnetic field, you know? It could affect everything. Damn! Stupid dry skin, man. Worst. You know? My years has been tough, you guys. You know? My story is I used to have seizures back then. You know? I told you about my room. It was a hoarder mess. You know, I don't have to deal with myself anymore. The way I don't treat myself is I'm not a kind gentleman. You know, you got to understand is life can be a tricky challenge you got to deal with. Coping mechanisms. When friendships fade away, your friends may not text you anytime anymore. They don't check on you anymore because the phone's getting in the way. And I'm sorry about this. Scratching because it's dry skin. It's winter. But you gotta find a new friend who has a disability. You know? People are busy. Man. People wasted my time over the months. Why? People change. Just like you can't make this, you cannot force the person to change. You cannot. And that's their work, and that's their decision. Okay? If people want to be shit like you, like treat you like shit, ignore that person. No one doesn't like me anyways, you know, just ignore. Focus on the joy, man. Focus on the joy. What's coming to your life. You know, don't focus on the negatives. This bullshit, man. You want someone in your life, you gotta wait till the time is right. You know, if you don't wait right, and you're gonna fail the test. You got to keep going at it. Don't give up on it. Okay? You got to win the ball. You got to win the game. It's also important to play the waiting game. You know? Same thing with me, you know? You guys will get a girlfriend too early, and then she disconnects you, and she ghosts you. Well, and that means you fail the test. I know we all men failed tests before, but you got to understand is women are busy all the time. They don't want to be bothered by your messages, but they respond one message, that's it. You know, that's it. You know, we all men, we all make mistakes. But we got to keep staying our busy lives. We cannot waste time on the cell phone, but you can enjoy the outside or whatever it warms up. Good for you, man. But I'm telling you, go outside, make some new friends, say hello, how are you? And that's it. Go with your day. Go find a church. You're going to meet some good, lovely people. But be mindful of people's schedule. They are the same. But busy people, gotta go. Busy people, gotta go. But I do stay busy. I got room to talk. But those are the rules. If I want someone in my life who wants to priority my time, they gotta prioritize this. I'm just tired of it. It's bullshit. Take that. Busy. Take that. That's what you get from wasting my time, busy people. Ghosting me. Okay, we got something going on over here. Let's check our... Here... Guys, if someone's busy, like a girl or whatever, working, she never make time for you, just delete her number. Just say... whatever. And remove her ass. You know... We all make mistakes, man. But you gotta understand is... people don't have time for you anymore. Our local changes, our businesses in the country are changing. I know we're gonna loop in the hole. But alright. I'm on NASA's website here. That's my cache, don't worry about it. These are the radar right there. That's January. That's a shortwave and flared. Where's the... I'm not gonna print these out, keep them, you never know. Just keep eye on things. Now just put on my board over there. There's the Earth here. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and print these pictures out from my mom's computer. I might get some pictures of these real quick. I don't know what this is, let me know. I don't know how this works. I'm just looking into this. I'm just not a hacker, folks. I'm just looking into stuff. I think tomorrow is Tuesday. Animation. There we go. That's tomorrow. Here we are, folks. Oh, I just let a teeny one out. These are the clouds. So that's longitude between 42 degrees. But that's kind of cool. Bye, busy people. Goodbye. Alright guys, I gotta go. And I hope you enjoy it. And I'm gonna keep an eye on things on the radar. So for any solar activities. But I know what I'm doing. So alright guys. Remember, bye bye.